I remember times when friends would be going out to certain events or certain stuff and doing certain things and just be like, nah, can't go, can't go.
All right, so I can use myself as an example. So would you say, for example, you know how much I would like basketball? Obviously, wasn't like
Yeah.
great at it, or nice or. But I mean, like the fact that I did, yeah, laugh, man, go on, take a gaff at me, man, go on. It's alright, I can take it.
Um, Nothing.
No, you good.
I just took a deep breath.
Sorry. I apologize. Ajani, thanks for pulling up. The hope is that we can have a conversation today that touching on physical health, because you are probably the healthiest person I know. I just want you to give like a brief synopsis on school, student athlete stuffs, where you at, what you doing, so that you mean like this ain't a regular fella talking to me, like he actually might know what he's talking about.
And right now, I am at the Academy of Art University in San Francisco, a NCAA Division II school. So far, this is this is my third year here, and so far, I'm a two-time NCAA All-American, and yeah, been running
So you
track.
fast. So you fast.
I all right. I got a little bit of speed. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Cool.
But yeah, been running track for as long as I can remember. Been always active in sports and stuff. So yeah.
Right, because I see the pictures. You were born with abs. You was born with a six pack. I We have the proof. We actually have the
Eight,
actual
not
proof.
six. Eight, not
Jeez,
six.
oh my,
Eight.
woo, awesome. I sorry, sir. I sorry. So
It's alright.
how long would you have considered yourself a student athlete? Like actually, like where you was taking it serious?
Taking what seriously? Student or the athlete?
Whenever you was like you actually have to juggle the two, like you taking both seriously at the same time. That was secondary school.
Nah, I say primary because you were gonna know about the West Harris South Room battles. So it
For anybody who
wasn't.
know, you know what I mean, West
Hey,
Harrisville,
all right,
knapsack,
all right,
only
yes, yes,
only
y'all
primary
double
school
check.
to do when the males and the females, both of them. Charles, F ever do that, Johnny? I can't remember.
Anyways,
Anyhow,
yes, moving on. Yeah, I would say from primary school to be honest. Obviously at primary school you're not gonna be training as hard like as you would be in secondary school or in college or whatnot, but it was still training to some extent, still devoting time and effort, energy in towards getting better. So yeah.
okay. So with respect to that, when did it become the most challenging to be balancing? When did it start to become a legit challenge of balancing being an athlete and a student? Because as you said, in primary school, you was a smart lad. You was smart, apart for Queens College, good grades and what's not. You know what I mean? I don't think you was like it was
Mm.
hard for you to get there. But when did it become like, yo, this is like becoming a lot to do both at the same time?
That's a good question. I say in secondary school for sure, but
Mm-hmm.
probably third form-ish,
Third
because
form.
third form is when the
Mm-hmm.
academic side of stuff get a little bit
Start to pick
heavier
up.
as
Yeah.
well. And then and then when you become more senior on certain teams that you would be a part of, for example, I was a multi-sport athlete. I was playing cricket and also running track. And at under 15 level in cricket, I was both representing my country regionally and also representing my school locally. So those were like two separate sets of training sessions that you'll be having, and then also tournaments that you'll be playing in. So
Right.
yeah,
And
third
that's
form
on
going
top
into
of
senior
everything you
school.
got with like academic responsibilities and studying and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
That's when it started to get most challenging. No, when you ramping up, eventually you stopped the cricket when you had stopped playing cricket and you was solely on track from what year.
Completely stopped playing cricket. Yeah, up to upper six probably. Only really at the end that I really stop, I think.
Okay, good. And there's a reason why I'm asking this. When, because again, everybody that gonna be listening is not gonna be a student athlete to the degree you are or the level of athlete you are, right? So I think the biggest overlap with your circumstances versus those who may be listening or those who want to benefit from this conversation is that a lot of us have tremendous a lot going on. People, I know, for example, at one point in time, it was me working and going to school. For us, as you said, you're doing extracurriculars and you got a lot of other stuff going on. You still got responsibilities of family and stuff. How did you, A, were consistent enough to maintain the physical health necessary to like excel at the sports side? But how did you marry the two? Like, 'cause I still confused because you know what's crazy, and I know again like a little off topic. Anybody who know, when the man was doing B-Med, the man had 2 units per year. So everybody was
Yeah,
doing 4 subjects and we doing 5. And it
yeah,
was like joke around the school that we zombies. We always came school tired because you know we burning the candle at both ends.
yeah,
I was not doing any extracurriculars and I never cut out.
yeah.
So how was like you was able to still do track? Like what your schedule was like at that point in time?
To answer your question, like how I was able to manage it, um, is is a lot easier, not easier, but when you're a part of a program, it it creates a lot more of a, it becomes a lot more of a discipline than just like a recreational activity, because when it becomes recreational, it becomes like optional. So yeah, so when you set yourself a discipline, then you know that you have responsibilities in whatever field that is, and those responsibilities can't just be thrown to the side or what's not. In terms of managing it, in terms of my time, um, often.
Now you good, you good.
I just take a deep breath.
Sorry. I apologize. I apologize.
In terms of managing it, with your time, it's a lot of sacrifice, to be honest, because I remember times when friends would be going out to certain events or certain stuff and doing certain things and just be like, nah, can't go, can't go. Like, for instance, like I was always wanted to go to Raleigh, Barbados, but just for some reason, like every time I will have some, never get there. I will have some sort of responsibility, some sort of thing to do that would just stop me from going to this thing.
That's a good point. And so, all right. So, as we said, most people that may be listening may not necessarily be student athletes. Would you say, and let me get your opinion on this, would you say for persons who want to prioritize their physical health, even though they have a lot on their plate, it would be beneficial to look at their physical health like a discipline? So then it does not become optional and they get more of the benefits from improving their physical health?
Yeah, for sure, because like physical health is very, 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 very important. Like you living in this body, so you better take care of it. So creating
And
a
you
discipline,
can't trade it in.
cater,
You can't trade it in for another one.
can't can't buy
That's
a
true.
new one, can't, yeah. I mean, in this day and age, probably somewhere you could buy a new one, but
Okay.
you gotta be able to maintain the body that you're living in order to perform, not just physically, but mentally and every other way that you want to perform. So yeah, it's very
Got you.
important.
So asking you, how could someone who is not a student athlete try to implement some of that same discipline? Obviously, they won't be implementing it to the same extent you would. So as a regular Joe, I don't want to be a student athlete, but I want to start taking my health seriously. Um, any advice?
Um, Join a program, and that program doesn't necessarily have to be in a gym. And that program could be anything catering to any physical activity that you enjoy. So you enjoy the beach, you enjoy swimming, then look for some sort of aquatic program that you could join if you're in Barbados. A lot of beaches, a lot of beach programs that exist on weekends and through the week. So yeah, join a program that caters to something that you enjoy doing, because you don't want it to be a task. Because as I say, as you were saying, it's not as important to a non-student athlete, but it's not as detrimental if they don't do it into as opposed to if I don't do it. So make it at least enjoyable so that you it's easier to stay consistent with.
All right, so I can use myself as an example. So would you say, for example, you know how much I would like basketball? Obviously, wasn't like
Yeah.
great at it, or nice or. But I mean, like the fact that I did, yeah, laugh, man, go on, take, take a take a gaff at me, man, go on. It's all right, I can take it. Anyhow, but what I'm trying to say is that like because I enjoyed basketball, basketball did not feel like a chore. So you mean
Yeah,
like
exactly.
engage in physical activity that you do enjoy
Yeah.
that doesn't feel like a chore?
Yeah, exactly. Because every Friday evening, man was out there scrimmaging and sweating
Yeah, we
buckets,
was.
and we wasn't thinking about this being exercise, and then he was just thinking about having fun and getting on a scrimmage. No matter what was
Yes,
happening,
exactly.
Friday evening was a scrimmage. For men that
Every
can't play
Friday,
like me and
everybody
you,
bring clothes. Yes,
everybody
I
plays
get you. So
scrimmaging.
actually, so what you're
So
trying to
yeah,
say is no. Then it doesn't have to be a formal program. It can be just you and your friends getting up and doing something y'all like, and it could just be like
yeah,
right. It could just be something. When it could be good biking or go for a walk or something. And
yeah.
so, from your perspective, like, well, half a week, couple times a week, like, or whenever you could get it in. You think there's a baseline
Um,
for the amount of physical activity we should be engaging in?
um. I mean, there's a
And obviously, this is on
it,
spectrum because you're trying to like paint everybody with the same brush, but I know it's a difficult question.
difficult question to answer. And although it also depends on like the goals, the physical goals of the person, and in terms of what they're trying to achieve in their body and what's not. But I say on average, uh, if you could get in at least 3 to 4 days,
I
three
just
to
like
four
some
days, probably
at least
like
moderate
a
activity.
yeah, like a hour exercise, you should be able to maintain a level of fitness.
All right, good. So we tackled the point from how persons who, again, may not be taking it as serious as a student athlete could still implement some form of physical activity that to keep them disciplined. So why like we talking about, even though I am not a student athlete, if I look at my physical health like I am a professional, then I would act in accordance with that instead of me thinking that like is whatever. So if I actually like not brainwash myself, but I try to like cultivate the mindset of a professional, then it's gonna lead me to performing accordingly, which is actually kind of top advice to be honest, right? So now, for you personally, and then we can probably go back in the macro with everybody else. Have you seen any benefit to being in better physical health with reference to like your academic performance or performance in any other areas of life? I know it's obvious, yeah, but I mean like how so?
You're speaking about, well, just physical health, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could relate it to other types of health, obviously like mental, emotional, if you'd like to. Sure. Up to you how you want to answer the question.
Yeah, for sure. Being physically healthy, it improves as I was saying, it improves how your body functions, it improves how you go about your day to day. Um, being I know it might be kind of counterintuitive, but when you be
Uh-huh.
physically active, you naturally have more energy. Well, of
I was
course,
gonna
with
ask about
the
that.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, with the right nutrition, and it allows your body to function at its optimum for for instance, like points in time when I was going to UE, I would I would wake up early in the morning and go for a run. Um, 2 to 3 miles, and then
Yeah,
when
these
I go to
infamous two to
school,
three
like you
miles
would think I'm tired, but
and my
you
time
would
getting
think I'll
better.
be tired, but
Yeah.
bruh, let me talk, man. You would think you'd be tired, but when you go to class, you actually your brain's actually clear and you're able
Mm-hmm.
to think more clearly. So yeah, it helps your academic performance in that way, energy
I
wise
get
and
you.
clarity wise.
Got you. Got you. So I have had similar experiences. Obviously not to the same extent you do. Because remember when the men used to be like, "Yo, big man, like escaping this, you going to the gym? All right, let me skip this class and put on to the gym." and blah blah
No
blah
man,
blah
I'm
blah.
skipping classes for gym. I don't know what you talking about. I'm
I
skipping
skip class
classes
out
for
there to
gym.
come to gym. Remember, it was
Well,
first year.
you.
Yeah, I talk
Okay,
about
well,
myself.
you,
I didn't like that class. I
you.
despised that class.
I ain't
That was
skipping
a
my
count to
classes
me,
for no
and it was like a
gym.
big auditorium, hella people. But we didn't used to go with who in name. I kept forgetting. I forget the man name.
You
No,
mean
that
Daniel? Daniel?
yes. Shout out to my
Yeah,
man
well,
Daniel,
Daniel.
because the same thing we was talking about, right? That make it so easy to go, B. Because when Tony meant about it, the other man forcing the other 3 months to go. So like probably in
Yeah.
addition to what you said at first, taking it like a professional. But man, I think when you got other people around you that value being physically fit as much as you are,
Mm,
is like when you don't feel like going, like you still got the accountability. Because there got days I ain't getting in the gym, but just because you get in the gym, I want to flex on you and show that like
yeah.
I can deadlift more than you, or like I stronger than you. And it's like good competition in a sense. It ain't like getting
Mm,
out of hand or anything, right? Because
yeah,
if it meant they know
exactly.
I could bench and deadlift more than Ajani. Just you know, an NCAA athlete, I can bench more. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I have benched more, and is actually proof of such. Would you like to confirm, sir?
Well, that is neither here nor there. It's not important. I just know that maybe it was at you. I was benching more than you. You might be benching more than me,
Okay,
no, but maybe it was at you. I was benching more than you. You got the
okay,
deadlift
okay,
for sure. You can have that.
okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, I appreciate it. I need to, bolster my ego a little bit. Thank
Shut
you,
up.
ladies, very much.
This episode was so fun to record. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun. Apologies, I had to cut it short. I couldn't edit the whole episode. The episode was like 40 minutes. So the full audio podcast is in the description below if you want to hear the full conversation. As usual, this podcast is powered by Web Alert, where we want students to achieve more, stress less, with our holistic view to academic success. Website in the description as well. And as usual, thank you for your time. Check out other episodes and have a fantastical, awesomely day.